Hey everybody, what is happening? East is bringing you a follow-up video to that defensive scheme, the blitz that I put out. Just give you some gameplay showing it working in full games because those were like house rules, just mini game. You know, you can only play a couple plays here and there. And I had to mix it up. I'm going to be using some of the new cards that came out, the Theme Diamond guys, to show you just real quick what we got. I went back to the Cardinals. Of course, that's my team. Now that I got new players out, it's worth putting them back in. 97 speed, 97 acceleration. I have Shaker because I like the agility. I don't like losing agility. I could have one more speed. If you had a full Cardinal team or any team he's on, you'd have 99 speed, but this is what I'm working with him. Anquan Bolden is actually for what they did, they boosted him up pretty well for his speed, which is normally what you didn't get out of the card in the past. It was okay, but it played more like a tight end. This is not blazing, but 96 will get the job done here. And so that'll be not really working on offensive stuff here, just showing you the team on that end up. And we ended up getting the Theme Diamond, Simeon Rice, Antonio Cromartie. If you want to check out what his speed we were working with here is 98, I believe, 97 acceleration, 98 agility. Very good stats on that one. And I do not have Sherman any longer. I ended up having to sell him. He wasn't really worth the money put into it anyway. He just doesn't have that high-end speed. My Night Train is only the 96 overall, so this one is going to have the abilities put on it, and he's going to have the 95 speed. We'll see how it works out there. He's got that hit power, and you've had issues in the past with him, but I'm hoping with him actually being activated, it'll work until I can get the higher end card, which is going to be a little while for me. But the main two guys that we're looking at here in the back end are my user safeties, and they both are going to have enforcers. They're both going to have universal coverage, and they're both going to have lurker put on them. And the Fitzpatrick you've seen before, and Taylor Mays is the newer one. Is started off a bit pricey, but if you wait a little bit, it's going to continue to drop. But much better than Pat Tillman. I'll put Tillman in as a linebacker and maybe the nickel in the future. And right here you're going to see 98 speed, 98 acceleration, 6'3". He's going to have 95 zone with 97 hit power. So people seeing the card, it's going to be a beast. Show these guys working because really the scheme that I run will highlight those two safeties, Minka Fitzpatrick and Taylor Mays. Both highly recommend. Let's see some gameplay. Alright, first game out, see, we're going to get, the new 99 Mahomes. A lot of people have that one, they bought the bundle early on. And see what we're rolling here. Got Montana back right now. I'll probably go to Young, so that way I'm prepped up for Kyler Murray in the next series when he gets his power up and whatnot. Edgerrin James here, coming out. Alright, we got good blocking. Take that one to the house. That's what you want to see, at least not getting caught from behind on any of your cards. When you get that opening, you do not want to have the pursuit catch you across the field, obviously. And come out, we got remember it's the nickel blitz scheme, and Taylor Mays laying the boom. Do not get the fumble. That's all right. That's at least got it in the head. He throws it up to Fitzpatrick. So that pressure sort of defense, and we kind of got more coverage on the top. It's easier to pick it apart, underneath or not, but then we make changes for that. And throw over the top there. He was running back to it. Does not get any animation. He was just off of that. It was close, but we ended up getting a touchdown afterwards. And again, there you go. See, he found that under route there. Again, I'll continue to move around and cover different areas when they figure out where they can hit it. And we get the fumble on that, and Simeon Rice making the play. He's got, like I say, good acceleration, speed. So when he breaks off, he's just better than Bosa, I think. There he goes, hitting underneath. Got Bell a little bit late, but I'm getting the idea that he wanted to attack that part. So again, it's kind of just mix and match of where I'm going to cover. See, I'm underneath there. And with Night Train, you see the animation came up. So that's the abilities lighten up, getting that coverage, the zone coverage to jump that, which he may not have in the past without it. Tough to say. And dude's going to quit out there. So first game, pretty quick, 2 scores up, and you get the turnovers. And see what we get. Right, we're going to go on the away. So he's going to have home field, and oh, jeez. I don't know how people get matched up like this. We're in the higher tiers of the head-to-head here. I don't know if the guy's just putting those as a joke or what. I guess we'll find out on this. And, yeah, you can just kind of tell that, yeah, his whole team sucks. So, unfortunate for him, that's what it's going to be in the match. But we still got to play it. We still got to shut him down on defense, and we'll see. Eh, you feel bad for some people though when you see that, But you're just like, okay. And then he muffs that and decides to still take it out. So we know he's not going to have the best Madden IQ, I guess, and we come in, I try to get back in coverage, and you see he's got the two guys open, does not make the play there, so that he should at least had that pass. Come down, cut back, and we get the user pick and take it to the outside. These guys are too slow. We're going to go to the house with that. So Fitzpatrick again, he's got that great size, juke cutback, ability on that. My agility again is going to be higher up on my guys, and we're going to get the easy quip. But it's fortunate. You can only play what the guys would give you. Who EA throws at you, and quit that one out. So we'll see what we get up in the next matchup here. Again, Tyreek Hill, Sean Taylor, solid card. Aaron Donald always a problem. If you do not get your passes out quick, he's going to get to you. We'll come out on defense here and see the run game. For the most part, this defensive scheme will shut it down. I'll show a little bit of that. I mean, there's obviously some sets you don't want to go against. And Taylor Mays, we'll get the first pick with him. It's a pretty easy little loop route right there. That you run. A lot of people old school bite on that, but he did easy. When the pressure comes, sometimes people will see somebody open for a second, throw the ball, realize right afterwards, nah, he's not open. Trying to spread the guys out. I only have to rush 5 here. I can put the nickel in coverage, which I do. He's playing behind, and we're going to get the hit stick here with Fitzpatrick, and that's why I talk about having those enforcers on the back end. You might give up those passes over the middle. It's going to happen. There's holes there, but you've got guys over the top who can lay the hit, and look at that with nice moves with Edgerrin James in and out there. Good agility on that card again, and enough speed to take it to the house. Really what you want to see on any of those. I imagine Garrison Hurst, I'll have to pick him up later. Very similar build to that, a little bit smaller, so he might even move a touch better. I'll need him to get the extra boost up for my 49ers team. So in between running, the nickel normal Cloud 3 blitz, as he finds a nice spot. And I didn't realize there I've got a Bobby Bell playing the linebacker. All these games I have him as my sub linebacker by mistake. So no surprise he was just not quick enough to make that interception on that play, where some other guys probably would have dropped back and got it. And we almost get there. Our guys run into each other. Kind of Mays might have stopped the pick. See, we get the heat come from the outside again, though. So I'm mixing up a couple different things. I'm showing some of my 3-4 bear just to cover 3 scheme that I run, which sometimes I'll be using a blitz out of that, and sometimes I'll be running a QB spy. I do not have the spy out on that one coming around that side. That's why he was able to get the yards. 4th and 4, having to go for this here. Got to make a quick read, and there it is. They're going to get the ball out fairly fast right there, and Taylor Mays is incredibly quick on that jump, and yeah, you're not catching him. Even Tyreek Hill, you're not catching him. Not going to happen. So we get that. Poor guy goes down the field there, and that's a lot of times that's all it takes to get somebody to quit. You've got points on the board already, and then they go down and drive, and it's just kind of like, oh damn, now you're in a hole. So that. Getting to the next one here, and Michael Vick. Adams, a tough card, and he's got Moss. So that's always going to have your work cut out for you for the most part, aside from that one random, game EA throws at you, the lamb out to slaughter. And I read that. I do not get the interception. See, I'll do that a bit on those, on the screens there for whatever reason this year. And the lob, and yeah, there's some of those that you like to see Nitro make a better play on that, but for whatever reason, sometimes those lob passes, I don't know what it is, those touch passes, man, they make it hard for your defender to make a play, and it doesn't get rid of that. Takes a big sack, and trying to run some wildcat, and we've got defense for that. I'll go back to the 3-4 and just blitz my outside guys. I'll spread them out, blitz them, and then just kind of play D on that, and we get another pick with Taylor Mays, user style, getting the lurker and extra animation out there. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for anybody, to throw the ball over his head, really, when you're in the area, just super quick. back in here in the 3-4, again, going to be running the screen, kind of get out there. I got shot, but we got defense for it. So as long as I'm not running heavy blitz at the moment on that, you're going to get ate up on the screens also. So kind of mix in between the two defenses for the most part. You see that being the bear and then between the blitz, just to give them something different, because when the guys get used to seeing that, you see with another nice sack on Simeon Rice, guys get used to that coverage and that blitz and stuff. Every so often, you got to go out there and just play guys back, and then have a spy on them or whatnot, and it'll shut them down back and forth. So I kind of like flipping it back and forth. He goes out, you see, you've got the spy on him already, running backwards, and another one where we should have it, and we just get a bad animation. He fumbles it out of bounds. I'm kind of annoyed at that point. Whatever, it is what it is, and we're in a short zone, though, so we can see if we can make quick plays, and he's not going to throw that. Oh, I guess he is. So I don't know why you see Taylor Mays right in front of you. That's just a horrible pass, but it happens. It happens, and we're getting that on the edge, and there you go. Slash is taking it to the house again. So I'm pretty impressed with that card. I really do like the CJ2K, but I'm getting used to Edgerrin. He's better between tackles, obviously. He falls forward really well. Getting the sack, Deion Sanders. He's going to do hurry up in here. And I'm starting to take the middle linebackers a bit and put them, when I do want to use him, I'm finding it's a little bit better to get into the middle gap here instead of off between the guard and tackle, getting better pressure, I think consistently that way. And then go off in coverage, and we got the fumble that time off of the strip sack, and that's going to be a game again on this one. So again, defense really playing out in that scheme. If you can learn that one, mix it in with a coverage scheme, and there's going to be times where offensively may not be working for you, and you need that defense, and you may give up the little underneath, and guys might have to put together a 10, 12-play drive, but you eventually get a turnover on them. And here we go with the standard team again. You're going to see this game right here. I was in not my normal offense for all of these. I was in, I think, like the Saints or something, which is a really good book. I just don't run it. And my offense in this particular game, just dog crap. I mean, I was throwing picks. I got nothing going. And you see the juke right there. Missed tackles because I'm sometimes going for them hit sticks. So he made me pay a couple times in this game, getting those extra yards on that. So all I can do is try and go down, try to hold him a 3. Again, trying to run. You fill what gaps you can. And, hopefully they're running their own guys. I get on the defensive lineman, Darnell Dockett, there on third to make the play. You will see that a lot. I'm switching around, and at the very last second, I'll switch, anywhere in the middle. Normally it'll be a defensive tackle, and I'll pull off into the middle. So that is something that kind of intentionally I do. I never know exactly who I'm going to get, but, normally guys have identifier, know where you're at, so I find it helpful just to do a last-second little swap out when I'm looking for that quick underneath pass that I think a guy's going to throw. And coming out, and then again, I was trying to get that middle, the middle linebacker holding, and we ended up getting that. It almost looked like that was a QB spy, which it wasn't. Throwing to Nitrain, who's holding up decent on the short stuff. He's coming in, he's making the hits on him, causing a lot of them not to make the catch. So he plays underneath well. He's just, on occasion, again, giving up them deeper passes where, other guys would at least, swat a ball and make a play. He kind of comes up empty-handed. That's just the way that card is. I'm sure the 98 is going to be great, though. And see this guy, at this point, he's figuring out really well how to kind of pick apart little things here with the scheme. And on fourth, goes for it, and we light him up right there. Managed to get in the gap and take him down, Bobby Bell style. So he was finding ways to move the ball a little bit, and it worked for him to come out at the end. 3 seconds left here, and I knew it was kind of close. I probably should have went down right there, obviously, and I could have had a chance with Zane Gonzalez to kick a field goal, but I was just having a horrible game as far as that offensively. My defense was doing what it needed to, but anytime I had the ball in my hands, I was punting, and I threw a few really just bad interceptions. I'll show one here a little bit later, but it was just an awful game around, on that side of it. Chasing them, making them throw that away. It came out in the second half looking a little bit more 3-4. I missed the interception there. I was playing too shallow. I wanted to show him a little bit different because it seemed like he got some beads on how to take apart the blitz game, which you see him a lot of little under routes, little short pass, quick outs and stuff like that. And just because you can't be two places at once, that's what he's figuring out there. And he tries to figure out the combinations on the outside right here, which is what he's doing. And by the time on fourth down here, he picks it up. So it's a great game of chess we have going between us. You see that and I kind of see he wants to go underneath a lot. So I just keep it in mind because later in the game, you hope you can make a play on that. And 2 jukes again. There's the other time where I said I got a little aggressive and he was taking me down. So at this point, we know if we at least hold him for a field goal, we're doing okay. I mean, the offense is getting crap, but touchdown is still always in the books. But he's finding little ways to get down, just chipping away this whole drive, putting together a solid drive, for himself. But we, getting down to the moment where we got to make plays, and we're gonna get the sack on him. So come down, show a little bit different defense here, and see if we can get a user pick. And we jump right in front, very quick with Fitzpatrick, unable to break away, but we stopped that drive again. But unfortunately, we get the ball here. I probably could have hit Y on the end there, and I throw to the other side of the field where I've got triple. That's what I'm saying. I was just, look at that, just disgusting. And now we're going to give him field position again in the 4th. Come back out. I look at the route combo. I know what he's been doing previously, so I'm on Bobby Bell. Not super quick, but I want to jump this because I know that's kind of where he'd been looking at, and we're able to take this to the house. Pick 6, and it got a little close because these guys. This one's not super fast, like I say, in Bobby, but we able to get the lead. And with that, I kind of felt good because I know he was chipping away, but his drives are going to take time off the clock also. So all I got to do is keep him out of the end zone, just keep everything in front of me, and keep working that. We're gonna have the QB spy coming out, making the play on him. Tried to get it away there. He had a good chance of throwing an interception if he did get rid of it. So I was kind of playing both those routes fairly well. Over the middle there, he dots that. He hadn't hit that, and I wasn't even looking that way. He hadn't, so great play on his part. At this point, you start, trying to get that shorter field, trying to play out where I know he's at. He's giving me enough time to move my defenders around, so I got ideas where he wants to go for the most part, his scheme-wise. Underneath, we hit him right there. Bobby breaks it up, so he's having a solid game. Kind of another combo similar, but I'm playing a little bit higher. I did not play underneath on that for Bobby Bell, so he gets a few yards on it. But again, clock running here, and we're just trying to hold it out. And he's going to make a break on 4th down and get lit up. I don't blame him. He had to do it. Just 4th and 4. He couldn't slide right there. He probably wouldn't have got it if he slid. So it's just the way it goes. It was that close. Bang, bang. And Willis is going to light you up every time. And we get the recovery with Warner. So ugly game on one side of the ball for me. But again, that wasn't my normal scheme. I normally run an offensive Cardinal playbook where I actually have plays out of it. This was just one where I kind of went in blind because I was using it for the play, in solos. Other than that, though, man, keep it up. Later, guys.